And Scott wrote, I'm just flabbergasted, and here's why. There's a URL. Basically, here's a link to the folks who are selling land on the moon. Can this really be done? Can anybody really own the moon? Or is it just some fun conversation piece to share with friends and nobody actually owns part of the moon? Well, I think it's neither legitimate nor fun. I think it's a ripoff, is what it is. Basically, in 1980, an American called Dennis Hope filed a petition of ownership to some countries in the union and said, by the way, I own the moon, Mars, all the planets and all the moons in the solar system, okay? And nobody responded to him because he's a nut job. And he basically took the lack of response as, okay, so no one objects, therefore I own the moon and everything. Okay, it's settled. Now, he sold the rights to the moon to this company, Moon Estates, and they're selling off pieces of the moon. It's totally bogus. They don't own the moon. There's no legitimacy to this moon whatsoever. It's you know, you could think about it in a benign way, that it's, you're paying for a piece of paper that says you want a piece of the moon, so some people might do it realizing that they're just paying for the idea, the piece of paper. But it's still, I mean, their website is as if it's serious, which I think is unethical in my opinion. It reminded me also of the International Star Registry. You guys heard about this?
Bastards.
Oh yeah. So these guys, they do the same thing. They basically, this is like, in my opinion, it has all the earmarks of an actual deliberate scam. There's nothing inside. What's cool about this? They say, you can name a star, and it will be registered with the International Star Registry, which is nothing. It's just somebody who made it up. Yeah, it's made up. It's not official by anything that it sounds official. It just sounds official, right? We can take it up tomorrow. We can come up with the Intergalactic Star Registry. Start writing people's names in a book and attaching them to some star somewhere.
You can buy a droplet of the Atlantic Ocean. I'm going to sell you.
And then I think they also, they registered with the Library of Congress, but again, anybody can do that. You can register anything with the Library of Congress. It's just, again, the ways of producing fake legitimacy.
Like getting a patent. So take just about anybody.
But, I think the moon thing is definitely a lot more presumptuous than naming a star, because there's virtually, I won't want to say infinite, but there's pretty much, according to the way humans think, there's an infinite number of stars out there. Well, actually, I think it's closer to 66 trillion, but go ahead.
It's not infinite. The known universe is finite, but it's a pretty big number.
You know what I'm talking about. In other words, there's billions. Everybody can own a billion freaking stars and name it whatever they want before we even come close to running out. But the point is that, the name the star thing, that's kind of romantic. You give it to a girl, you give it to your boyfriend, it just shows just sign of affection or whatever. It's cute. This selling the moon property, I mean, humans are going to be on the moon probably within our lifetime. And it really comes